So, are you willing to trust God? Are you willing to dream? As the video said, are you willing to dream again? Some of us, our dreams are fresh. Some of us, our dreams are old and becoming challenged. We are ready to give up on it. But the Holy One of Israel is saying to our heart, there is a reason why I made you. Everybody say there is a reason why God made me. You see, but it's so easy to settle for less. It's so easy to blend in and accept what the society has to offer. It's so easy to stop striving for what God has promised. A mess of pottage often looks more attractive than the promise of the Father. Why? Because the promise of the Father always is a function of a hope. Always is a function of a deep-rooted faith. Always is a function of time. Always requires a sacrifice. It's a function of hope. It's a function of deep-rooted sacrifice. It always demands deep sacrifice. So when we look at the mess of pottage, it's so easy to pick that and substitute that for the dream of God that He has placed in our lives. And I am coming before you this morning that the God who sent a message to us last Sunday that He will do a new thing, would we allow Him to walk through us to dream again? Do you even have a dream? Do you even sense the calling of God on your life? Do you feel His hand stirring something up within your heart? Is there a shaking within you? Or is there a complacency that needs to be transformed? If there is a complacency, then there is a need for you to cry unto God and say, oh God, have mercy. Because every sense of complacency is a proof of a dream that has died. Can you say that with me? Complacency is a proof of a dream that has died. When there is a dream that is alive, it drives. It is a passionate force. You know, there's a song we used to sing when we were younger. It says, the zeal of God has consumed me. It burns in my soul. It's a raging fire that cannot be quenched. It's a raging force that cannot be stopped. A fire that cannot be quenched. And I challenge you. You know, in the modern whatnot that they do in America today, they will say the force be with you. It's not a question of the force be with you. It's the force of the Spirit of God within you Spirit? Is that something that is saying in you, you can do better? Is there something that is saying in you, you can do more? Is there something that is saying in you, you can achieve for the kingdom? Is there something that is saying in you, your life does not have to be ordinary? Is there something that is saying in you that you don't have to settle for less? Is God putting mountains before you and saying to you, son, daughter, you can take this mountain? You know, Caleb at the age of 80-something years old stood before Joshua. He said, give me this mountain. He said that when I was young, I stood before this land. He said, now I am old. He said, my strength has not abated. He said, nothing has changed. The force is still within me, driving me, calling unto me to come up hither. You know, the only call that God gives to his people is a call to come up. God never calls his people to settle down. Even after he has given you the land, he's still asking you to do what? Come up. Even after he has allowed you to take possession of the city, he's still asking you to do something more. Do something more. Do something more. And I've come to challenge you this morning. God has been speaking to us that he wants to glorify himself. Would you allow yourself to be his tool of attaining unto that glory? I was sharing with them in the breaking of bread yesterday how in Isaiah 24 it is the whole earth was under judgment. Let me read it to you. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth, verse 1, empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattered abroad the inhabitants thereof. And verse 2, it shall be as with people with the priest. That is a critical component of that particular passage. When you get home, I want you to read the whole passage. Verse 5, 6 says, there is a curse that is devouring the earth. He said, they that dwelling therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men are left. May God deliver this land from war. Can you say amen to that? Amen. You know,